What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? Don't y'all look rough this morning? It's Monday, y'all. It's Monday. It's a busy, crazy Monday morning. So I hope you all can see me and hear me. I am in two different places totally today. One device, I'm on Facebook. Good morning, Facebookers. The other device, I am on YouTube. So I hope you all can hear me and see me well. There she is. And I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. Um, yeah, working on some technical difficulties. Yeah, so things are a bit different this morning. I cannot um how do you call it when I usually put your stuff up on the screen? I cannot do that because YouTube doesn't allow that. And then I don't have Facebook attached. So I'm trying to watch the chat in both places and one just isn't cooperating. So I see a couple people here. Team Happy, Scrapping. Good morning. Um, my Renaissance grandma, Riri Real Star, Audrey's Living Life. I see Andell over on Facebook. Auntie Rosa, good morning. Soil sister, soil auntie. Hickabilly, Backyard Grill. Lisa White, good morning. Cena Renee, good morning, Soil family. Glad to see you all here. I can hear and see you in both places. Good. It's funny because I can't even see like what a certain amount of the chat, but it's good. We're gonna roll with it and we're gonna learn together today. What are we talking about? I'm gonna get the book, the good book. Good morning, G Mama Groves. Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. Why are we talking about corn today? Well, most people growing corn. Um, Thanks for hitting me up. I'm ready. Good morning, Grammy, y'all. Good morning, Soil Sister. Most people are growing corn right now. You know, it's in season. So I thought it was important to talk about corn again, the benefits of the silk, because that's one thing most of us don't think about using corn silk. That's usually trash or compost, whatever you decide to do with it. But according to the Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine, you see that? Corn. So many benefits to using your corn silk. And that's what we want to talk about today. So, a little backstory on how we got started with corn silk. We were in Walmart one day, the big blue store, and people were shucking corn and throwing it in the trash. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are they doing with that? They just throwing it away. So I went and asked one of the employees. I said, okay, now I feel better. I said that the corn silk, what are they doing with it? Are they throwing it in the trash? She said, yeah, they throwing it away. Well, why? Can we get it? And she said, I'm gonna give you a big bag. You get as much as you want, and yes, you can have it. That was music to my ears. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Unbiased and Byron Holmes. Hope I didn't skip anybody, because I did skip. Oh, I do see somebody. Barbara Brown. Good morning, Soil Sister. So I'm trying to watch the chat in two places. So if I skip you, it's not on purpose. I appreciate you for being here. Good morning, Janet. So I asked them, can we have this corn silk? And she said, sure. I'm going to give you a big bag. You take as much of it as you can. Some of it went to the chickens for a snack for the chickens. Good morning, Miss Deborah. Some of it went into our apothecary. I did my research and I wanted to see, what is this corn silk all about? What is it going to do to benefit my family or my friends? Because I need to know. And that's what we're going to talk about. the benefits. And then I'm going to show y'all a few ways that we use corn silk here on our homestead. So, what are the benefits? And we just use the silks. We only keep the silks. What's up, Dan? Good morning, Soil brother. Um, we only keep the silks. I ordered a new herbal book coming out in September from Amazon. Wow. Wow. I didn't know chickens eat corn silk too. Yeah, we actually everything that is stripped from the corn itself, the husk, we give all of that to the chickens and the rabbits. So you don't waste a thing. What are the benefits of corn silk? So good morning, Judy. Um, Bladder infections. It can help aid in curing a bladder infection, inflammation of the urinary tract system, inflammation of the prostate. What's up, Miss Shirley? Kidney stones. I did a short a while back, and I think I called it bed wetting or wetting the bed or something. Good morning, Wesley from South Africa. Good morning, Soil family. We appreciate you. Um, because drinking corn silk can help aid in stopping bedwetting. You know, I'm pretty sure the men don't want to hear or don't have the issue of wet or leaky bladder is what I'll call it. Leaky bladder. A lot of women suffer from leaky bladders because we carry kids and we got these complicated pots. Um, Not per se bedwetting, but wetting yourself sometime can be an issue. And corn silk can help strengthen the bladder so you don't have those leaky bladder issues. So they call it bed wetting, but it's not always wetting yourself in the bed, if you understand. Can help with congestive heart failure. Good morning, she is sunshine. Yarns and crap. Good morning, Soil family. Congestive heart failure. So what is that going to do? Relieve. It's like a diuretic. Get some of that fluid off. Need that. Diabetes, high blood pressure, fatigue, and cholesterol can help aid in that. Where do you order the corn silk from? So that's a good question. Unbiased asks where to order corn silk. The best place I say to get corn silk is a health food store or somewhere it's organic. A farmer, somebody that you see selling corn on side the road. Let me tell you, you got a mill and medicine. I would buy that corn that's still in the husk, still in this green shell, and when you go home and peel it on the inside, you get all of these little hairs. Take both of them off. You get all these little hairs that's on the inside of your corn that most people don't want to eat. It's okay. It's healthy. It'll help you. You may not have issues now with any of this stuff. Bedwetting, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, infections, bladder infections. The thing is you want to keep these things away. So when you buy your corn, especially if it's in the shell or in the husk still, you got your corn silk in there. Even if you're growing it, you can grow it in a pot. Keep the silks. Dehydrate them, dry them, put them in a jar. These corn silks are from last year. Look at it. No problem. Last year's corn silk. We do dehydrate. We freeze dry all of our herbs. So it went from food to medicine. Eat the corn, preserve the silks. We also made a tincture with it, and this is just alcohol that I need to strain off and corn silk. This we try to use at least it smells good, 80% or higher alcohol, and let it sit. This has been sitting for months. Now, 6 to 8 weeks, you can let your tincture sit and you can strain them. However, this tincture has been sitting for a long, long time, and it's okay. All I need to do is strain it. If we have any issues, we got it. How do you dry it out without a dehydrating machine? So, unbiased, you got all the good questions that I didn't even think of. So if you don't have a dehydrator, you can use your stove. Turn it down as low as you can get it, and let it dry out in your stove. You can check it every now and then to see how dry it is until it's dry. Like put it down 125, 150 degrees, and it should be nice and dry. That way it won't mildew or spoil while it's sitting. When you need it, you got it. Now, um, God doing the live, but raining today. Gonna hang out for a while. All right. Spring Meadow, Pescatarian, good morning. Crafting, good morning, Soil Family. So our thing with herbs, and I repeat myself all the time. We are not consistent. It's not that. It's that's it. You know, we have to learn what is good for us and what is it gonna do for us. You may not need it personally. My husband may not need it, but my friend may need it, or a family member may need it. One of my husband's friends may be having issues, and he say, "Hey, you know, check out corn silk. Let us know if you want to try it or if you need some, and we got it." So I always make tinctures and keep enough around for teas just in case we need it or a loved one need it. So do you wait until these issues? Can you take this every day? You can. You know, if you have um if you have this common issue in your family, it'll be something good to take. That way you do not have to really worry about it. You want to kind of kill that noise before you get started, right? Debbie, good morning. Just found your channel. Love your knowledge. We appreciate you, Soil Sister. The off-grid trucker. Good morning, Soil Family. So the thing with herbs, I say we use this app, Picture It. Oh, I got my phone. We use this app called Picture It. I take pictures of everything just so I can see what are the medicinal properties. Are there any medicinal properties? And when I find out what it's all about, I try to get as much as I can, preserve it by dehydrating, freeze dry, or make a tincture. Some people don't want to preserve, and it's okay. If you don't drink alcohol, there are substitutes you can use. Yeah, some people they try to stay away from alcohol, even though this is not per se alcohol, it's more so medicine. Once you let it sit and ferment and do its thing, the alcohol properties are gone. But there are other ways you can make tinctures without alcohol, and you can use glycerins or apple cider vinegar. The only real difference is the shelf life. This is good for years and years to come, and it may take us years to use this little bit versus vinegar or glycerin may only be good for 6 months or a year. So definitely do your research. And we always say do your research because I don't know everybody's medical history, and I don't even ask people their medical history. When people say, "Hey, what do you use to help with hot flashes? I'm having menopausal symptoms, whatever," and then I can just direct you to something, or I'll even pull out the book because I am not a pro here. I do a whole lot of research, and I love to share. Good morning, Grace. I love to share what I've learned with my soil family because this is how we help each other be better and feel better. Simple things. Corn silk. Who would have thought about keeping the corn silk? We are all after the corn. We want to eat the corn. We want to eat that corn. The silks have so many benefits. Um, if you having issues with your bladder and you have corn silk, I buy these little bags, and it's just a little tea bag. So inside it, say if Bobby came, or if I felt like I was getting a bladder infection or something, I would grab a little bit of this corn silk out of my jar, which is good for up to 25 years. So Deborah was asking me, "Hey, grow what I eat." This book can be found on Amazon. I hope you can see it. I think it's backwards. It looked like it is to me. Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. It can be found on Amazon. And I'll make sure I drop this book on Facebook also. So, say if I felt like I might be getting a bladder infection or something that's going on, I would just grab a bag, some of my corn silk. I will boil my water and steep some tea. Drop this in a cup, steep it for about 10 minutes. You can add honey to it. I mean, I don't add honey to any of our teas until it has cooled off. This, I don't think when Bobby drank some of this corn silk tea before, I don't think I put any honey or anything in it. Agave, whatever you choose to use, stevia extract, stevia leaves, drop it in a cup, drink it. But consistency, is our thing. I purchased that book to add to my library. Great information. This book is amazing. We run across so many things. We run across stuff all the time, and it's like, what is that? I don't know what that is. It's in this book. Google is always mock Justin Rose, Mr. Google Pants. Hey, Team Happy. Mr. Google Pants will tell you about it and write it down, because that's what I do. I do have books where I can get information from, herbal remedies. What can I use with these on these? I mean, what can I use this herb for? But then I write it down too, because one of these days it's very possible for us not to have internet, the phone, the computer, no Wi-Fi, and then what are we gonna do? Just be lost? No, we're going back to the old ways some more. Notebooks, books. So I think it's important, even when it came down to keep paper receipt. Yes, exactly. Even when it came down to learning about processing our own meat, I ordered, the first thing I did was order the book so Bobby can do his research. Now you can do a whole lot of research on YouTube, Facebook, all these platforms. However, this ain't gonna never go away. Long as you keep up with it. And my thing is, once I write it down, that help lock it in. Even though Bobby said my head is big, when I write things down, that helped me learn better than just reading it. So I read about it and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I write it down. Then I'm like, oh, okay. I have to break out all my notebooks. Exactly. I'm always with a bunch of books. If I'm in the bed, I'm sitting in the bed with all of these books. So do you know if that's good for animals? The corn silk? Yes. Corn silk. I mean, what we do is we give the corn husk what's left, what we don't use. So we eat the corn. The cob, the chickens and rabbits they can have the husk, which is everything else. When I write things down, it helped me remember. Yep. Help remember it better. So I'm in the process of getting my books laminated. That's a good, that is good. Floods, I mean, it'll last forever. We need these books. I mean, and I always say we need each other, because we do. We need each other. This is how we learn what, how, where, and when. And some things we can't even get. Like, I was talking to somebody this morning on Facebook about the lamb's ear, and they were saying that they were going to check and see, but they think that this species grow wild there, and it could, but who would know? I mean, most people don't even hear what's a lamb's ear. When I saw it, I was like, that thing looked like mullein, but it's very thick. It's this, that, and the third. Let's see if it got any medicinal properties. And most people will say, oh, it doesn't have any medicinal properties. Well, it feels like a washcloth, so you could definitely use it as toilet paper or to wash up with. So many different things, but you don't notice if we don't share it with each other. So it is wild in Virginia. Good morning, Kathy. See, this is what we need each other for, so we can learn these things. Different places all over the world, people have sent us messages saying, "Hey, this grow wild here. Would you like me to send you some, or tell me more about this?" And we learn together, because I don't know everything. I'm not a doctor. I have been in the medical field a long time, but it's still so much to learn. My lamb's ear took a hit during my move. Lamb's ears nature band-aid, and it's a wound healer. That is why lamb's ear is important to us. Have I tried to eat it? Now, when I did my research, lamb's ear said it tastes like apples and pineapples. It just tastes like salad to me, but the texture is weird. And could I eat it if I had to? Yeah, I would eat it. But the most important thing with lamb's ear is, yeah, it's a band-aid. It's a natural healer. So is it important for us to grow it, or other people to grow it, or know what it is? Yeah, it's important. we, knowledge is power, and sharing it. If I share it with y'all, you share it with somebody. Same thing with this corn silk. Now you can go and say, "Hey, I had no clue corn silk can be used as an herbal med, to help heal the body." Now you know. So you'll look at corn different when people shucking corn, or somebody say, "Hey, you want some corn?" You may not even eat corn. You may not eat corn. But now you can say, "I need corn just so I can get the silk off of it, so I can make us a tincture or dehydrate some so we'll have it for a tea." Because the more you stay away from big pharma, the better your healing is. Because if I can go to the store and get something for a bladder infection or UTI or kidney stones or whatever, but 9 times out of 10, whatever I get from the store gonna lead me to get something else to help aid with what I got. Or later on, when it causes issues, I'll come back to get something else. And we just doing so much. Oh my God. Should we look at organic corn to avoid chemicals in corn silk? Yes, you should. I say, organic is a word, and we see it a whole lot now, more than ever. Always look for organic, because they spray. I say they play with everything, everything. So even with organic crops, you still got to be organic. You still have to be careful, because is it really organic? You know, how do we know that it's really organic? So some things you can bring them home, you can soak them to try to get that film off, or the spray that they put on plants and to try to keep them from sprouting or make them look good longer. You can soak it, but if you can find a local farmer or somebody that grow their own corn, most people don't even know that you can use the silks. You can get a whole lot of silk from corn. They're not gonna use it all. Just say, "Hey, let me get some." You're gonna get rid of it anyway, and share with them. Do your research, so you'll know that I didn't just hear this from Sherry. But when you do your research, you'll know, hey, I've done my research myself, and I saw that corn silk can do this, that, and the third. So I'm just starting with medicinals. I love that you love sharing your knowledge and don't talk down to people. Thank you. No, we are all here to learn, Debbie. We are together. I always say, together we are stronger. One family. We always, my husband, I love my husband. He ain't gonna come and talk to us now because he eating breakfast. But I love my husband talk about what Soil Family is. Just one community coming together to learn and have each other back. So talking down on somebody, who am I to talk down to anybody, or feel, or make people belittle somebody, make them feel like you're not worthy, or you less than. We are all human. We all make mistakes. We learn together. We laugh together. We cry together. Soil Family. So I just talked about corn silks yesterday. Good, David. Talk about it. Talk about it. You never know who you can help when you tell them about the simple things. But here we are, one family. A lot of people, they ask the question about our last name. But what made you name your channel Black's Tropical Homestead? Because a lot of people weirdly think that we are Black's Tropical because we are Black people, but we know what our color is. But my husband is a Black. That's his family name. I married him, so I carry on his family name with him. We grow tropical fruit in a subtropical area, and this is our homestead. We share our adventures in homestead, and so this is where Black Tropical Homestead come from. It doesn't have anything to do with race or color. We love everybody, everybody. Long as you are here for good and not here to tear people down or make pass judgment or hurt feelings, just being mean or nasty. We love you. You know, Soil family. We are all here together to learn together, live together, and learn together. So, yeah. Black good grief. Exactly. Yeah. So, like Black's Law Dictionary. Exactly. Exactly. It's not the color, it's the person. We are the Blacks, Sherry and Bobby Black. So we appreciate you all for being here. But definitely do your research. I am not giving you medical advice or telling you to, hey, go and take some corn soap. What I'm telling you to do is do some research. You'd be surprised at the benefits you can learn from the things that you pretty much think of as trash. It's no good. You can feed your livestock, give them some treats. The rabbits, the chickens will enjoy the corn silk, but you can definitely benefit from having corn silk in your apothecary. Hey, Crystal, it's so good to have family. It is. It's a blessing to have family. Thank you, Crystal, for what are those stars? Thank you for the stars, Crystal. Just ordered the book. The book is important, Debbie. You'll love it. I'm like Jesse over at Lazy Days. It got pictures. I know Jesse got a thing about pictures in books. It does have pictures. This book will tell you what parts of what of the plants you can use. If it's just the roots, the leaves, the flowers, at what stage should you harvest it, what you can do with it, whether you want to make an infusion or a tincture or extract or elixir, salve. It can tell you so many things. So don't get worked up so much with the remedies yet, or making concoctions and other things. Tuning in from Maryland. What's up, Angela? Any books you recommend for beginner? This is another one, and that'll be your next mission, because once you start collecting the herbs, you want to know, what am I going to do with these herbs? Really like pictures. Yeah, Jesse love pictures. So in this book, you can get everything. Let me just go like goldenrod. We got goldenrod season coming up. It'll tell you everything you can do with goldenrod. So I love this book because it'll explain to me in depth what is goldenrod. What is it all about? Then I'll go to this book and I'll figure out, what can I make? What kind of tea can I make? Or is it a rub or a salve I can make with this, or an elixir, or what can I do with it? So this is another good one. Herbal medicine for beginners. And this is where your recipes or your remedies will come from. And I pretty much stick to them because they simple, and I like to keep things simple. I go on with my spiel about being simple. Once you complicate things, I'm like, that's too much. No, thank you. So long as it stays simple, you are good. So not only will you look up the med itself, or the herb itself, like ginger, garlic, dandelion, chamomile, calendula, you can look up all that. But then you can say, hey, I got issues with dry mouth or diarrhea. Not that they go together, but I mean, I'm having these issues. What can I use when it comes to dry mouth or endometriosis that a lot of people suffer from? I just saw a video on dandelion tincture. Yeah, so most of these things are seasonal, like dandelion. They come in, they go out. You won't see it for another year. Same thing with goldenrod. Man, goldenrod popped up. If it wasn't for Andale Homestead, she saved us last year. She talked about goldenrod, and I was like, we got goldenrod. We forged, me and Bobby went out and forged for goldenrod. And you want to forge back off the road because they spray right along the highway. So you want to go back off the road where they don't spray, because you don't want your meds or your plants sprayed with chemicals. And that's what we forged and got tons of goldenrod. And Bobby said, let's get enough. We're going to run the freeze dryer. We get enough, and we'll preserve enough that we can get through a whole nother year, because next year the goldenrod might not be so plentiful. We may not be able to find it, or may not be able to go and get it when we need it. So at least we have enough. But if we see it, of course, we'll freshen up our batch, freeze dry some more. I'm in Georgia. We are too. We are in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia. So let me go back because I did see something. I appreciate you. You really care. The people are still trying to become a member. I don't know how to help you with that. I think Andale was trying to explain to, if somebody can drop the link. I'm not sure how how to tell you to become a member. I'm in Georgia too. Grow What I Eat over on Facebook. Georgia is deep, y'all. So definitely check into these books. It's a lot of books out here. I tend to stay close to the easy books. This book is good. I have no complaints about it, but I definitely let me see. I'm trying to make it so you can see. I definitely love my herbal medicine for beginner and my encyclopedia. My encyclopedia is my first go-to. And then I do Google to see what Mr. Google Pants is telling me to. But then when I'm ready to make something, I mean, sugar scrubs, everything is here. Your member link is on your home page underneath your bio. Oh, okay. And G Mama Grows just dropped the click the join button to become a tropical truth. So we appreciate you all. And we do have tropical truths. What's up, Miss Native Cherokee? So it's important. It is now corn season. People are harvesting corn and growing corn and doing. If you got a friend that's growing corn, say, hey, I will come and help you on harvest day if you let me keep the silks. If you let me have the silks and a couple, just give me a couple ears of corn. That's all. You have food and medicine. Food and medicine. So it's very easy. It's very simple. That is our herb of the week, corn silk. We won't go complicated. We won't go too deep. Simple. It's good for bladder, healthy gut health care, and that's what we need. You don't have to wait with any herb. You do not have to wait until you have issues to start taking tinctures. Like I do cayenne tincture every single day. Not because I have an issue, because I don't want to have an issue. I stay away from it. So I always look at my herbs and my medicinals as food and medicine. Very healthy. How much silk do you need to make corn silk tea? So this can make a cup of tea. And I only got, this may be like a teaspoon-ish or so inside this bag. And this is dried. So I just stuff it in here, boil my water, drop it in the cup. You got tea. Let it steep for about 10 minutes to draw all the properties out of that corn silk. You got tea. So you're good to go. Can corn silk be dehydrated? I know the years ago I heard that corn silk was used for makeup as well. It can be dehydrated. So we freeze dry everything. And I know I always say freeze dry first, but so true. You may keep aspirin on hand, keep natural remedies on hand before you need it. Yep. We got tons of stuff um in our apothecary that we don't have issues with now, but we want to make sure we stay on top of it so we don't as we age, and I always talk about Sandy. You know, we watch Sandy age to the tender age of 108. 108. God blessed that woman tremendously. Like all you can think about is what did she do? She was sweet as can be to everybody. Everybody. She was sweet as can be. She took care of the land. She took care of the animals, and God blessed her. 108 years. She passed away on her 108th birthday. Think about all of the herbs she could have ran across. Good morning, Victoria. Um, all the herbs that that she used in her younger years to age so gracefully. Can it be freeze dried into powder to make drinks? Yes. You can freeze dry this. You can powder it. I can powder this. It's just I'm very careful with it because it just crumble up. Um, but that's what made me say we got to do better in life. You know, we take care of ourselves now. So when we start, as we age, because we aging every day, we aging every day. And I said, some people feel like I'm in my 70s or 80s or 90s or 50s or 60s, and they like I'm old. I'm just old. You are not old. You are not old. Sandy was 107. She danced. She ate ice cream. She had fun. She wanted her bananas every day. She thought my dog was a pig. We were on Little Ossabaw Island, and she was happy. She had a man walking around the house. She was good to go. And she asked me every day, "Who is that man?" "Oh, that's my husband." "Your husband?" "We just had fun." She was happy. 107. She didn't take a lot of meds, no high blood pressure, no cholesterol, no none of that, no cancer, any of that. Blessed. I said, we doing it all wrong. We run into the store collecting these meds and, you know, not growing our own food. She lived off the land. We can do this. 1 acre. 1 acre in the suburbs is no excuse. You know, we can't raise pigs anymore here. But we got friends or farmers, local farmers. If you eat pork, 1 pig should last your family a year or could. So many things you can do to help yourself. And we were just sitting around like, oh, I could run to the store and get. We have just become comfortable in the easy way of life. This is the easy way of life. Homesteading is peaceful. It's beautiful to go out there and see this food. I mean, food, medicine, and I got something to wash it down. Blue butterfly lemonade. It's good. It help you age gracefully, keep you calm, and no worries, no worries. Peaceful life. Life is beautiful. We just have to learn to appreciate it more, take care of ourselves better, and know that God put everything here for us. Everything here for us to live, survive, and be healthy. We just gotta have each other back. Share this knowledge with each other because there's a lot of knowledge here. It's a lot. And we are just getting started learning. So Sherry, you made me smile with this live today. My grandson will benefit from this corn silk. I love it here. We appreciate you, unbiased. Make them some tea. Make them some tea. I'm telling you. Even if you have to go to the Whole Food Market or wherever, um, boil some corn silk for him and make tea. I'm not sure how old your grandson is. I'm sure he's not that old. I mean, I'm just saying. I keep trying to guess people's age, and I'm always wrong. But the thing with kids is we teach them to not like things. 11. Make them some corn silk tea. Make them some corn silk tea. Trust me. Kids only don't like what we teach them not to like. They don't know how not to like things. I am a prime example of it. I used to always take my little boy to my mom, and she said, "Oh, he ate tomatoes," or he ate this, and I'm like, "Well, he don't eat that." No, I didn't eat it. So, is it fair for me to push that over on him as a child, as a young child or a baby, that he doesn't like this because I don't like it? We don't eat onions. We don't eat this. No, I didn't eat these things. When we introduce these things to kids or babies, I always tell people, watch Justin Rhodes. It's so funny to see his family trying soda. The kids are like, no, no, thank you. Not for me. It's what we do to the kids. Start them young in the garden, teach them, different things other than soda and juice and candy. Teach them young. We teach the kids how to eat wrong and growing up acting wrong. They don't know these things. They don't know. It's just what we put in them, instill in them. So definitely give your grandson some corn silk tea, and don't act like it's something unusual, like, oh, this is corn silk, or I don't know if you're gonna like this, but try it. Tell them you're gonna love it. It's gonna help you. It's good. It's good for you. It's good to you. Try it. He may drink corn silk tea every day, but Bobby drank hibiscus tea every day. He loved it. Who would have known? So what's up, healthy G mom? But all right, y'all, corn silk is our herb of the week. It is growing like crazy all over the place. It can help you in so many ways, so many more ways than what we talked about here today. I just give you the herb so that we can do our research. Yeah, big pharma take corn silk and put it in all of your bladder medicine. You can drink a cup every day. You can drink a cup every day, but look into it. Look into it. It's very safe. The good thing about these herbs are they are safe. ODing or doing too much is not a thing. Tinctures you only need a tiny bit of, but he'll probably do good with a tea. He only 11. Let him drink a cup of tea. He should do good. If you give it to him with honey, wait until it cool off, because you'll kill all of the nutrition in the honey if you add it to it while it's hot. But if you have to, add it to it. He can drink it while it's still hot. It doesn't matter. As long as he's getting it in, it's going to be all right. Much love, everyone and everybody. So, y'all do your research. I love and appreciate y'all. My husband has bladder cancer. I'm hoping this will give him some relief. I would definitely try it. And we are going to pray for him, Debbie. You know, I know that is not an easy pill to swallow at all. And you look for help. You look for help. The first help you go to is that man upstairs. You pray and you ask him for help, because he's going to help you all through it. I always say when people are battling cancer, it's not just the person that has the cancer, it's the entire family. So definitely do your research on corn silk and so much more. So much more. But we are praying for you and we are here for you. So corn silk, y'all. Do your research. Um, and let me know what you come up with. Unbiased, keep me posted. Let me know how he liked that. So yes, y'all, make sure y'all pray for Miss Debbie's husband and Debbie, because she the nurse. She is the nurse. I know he got nurses and doctors, but she is at home taking care of him and doing what she got to do. So yes, Miss Linda, prayers do work. So use them. With that being said, do your research. We shall see y'all somewhere. I don't know where. We be all over the place. And don't let nobody steal your joy.